All right, engineering students, going to show you a bit about how to make that screw. Um, so let me get the project PDF up here so I can bring up the dimensions. It's a little tricky. It's a lot like the pegs actually because there's that spherical radius in there. Some people don't notice that and they just make it straight across or loft it. Um, This ends up being, or chamfer it, this has a spherical radius to it, so you can't fillet it either. Um, and this is confusing as well, the dimensions. 1/4 by 20 UNC by 1 inch. So 1/4 is the diameter, 20 UNC is the pitch on the threads, and then 1 inch is the length of the screw. So I'm going to start a sketch here. I'm going to start drawing. So it's 0.25 diameter, so oh, I'll have to dimension that in a minute. Make this 1 inch high. Huh? Oh, you can't see. Sorry. My bad. There you go. All right. So I'm going to make that 1 inch high. I'm going to roughly draw this part. Hit escape. I'm going to go back to the sketch now. I'm going to go back to the PDF. All right. 1/4 diameter, 1 inch. What's the diameter on this? 0.422. 0.422, and then it goes up 0.31. All right, so let me get a line in the middle here. I don't know how high it's going to be yet. I'm going to put it there so I can dimension it. So first, from here to here is 0.25 divided by 2. Then from here to here, what did I say? 0.422 divided by 2. Let me go check that again. 0.422 divided by 2, and then 0.31 there. And I'm doing the math in there. You guys see that? 0.031. That little part there. All right. So now we got to do the curve part here. Let me see about sketching that other thing. So this top part has a diameter of 0.25, and it's another 0.125 up from the bottom of that. So let me get back in here. Dimension between here and here, 0.125, and then that's going to just line up down here, right? It's got to be 0.25. Now, this last part here, all right, you got to make an arc. And the spherical radius of the arc is 0.236. All right, that should make it look nice on the top there. I think that's kind of the point. 0.236, so it's a pretty big diameter, right? So it's a fairly shallow arc to it. But we got to be accurate. Look, that puts it right on the center, just about, not quite, but pretty good. All right. So then I'm going to revolve that around this axis. Anybody have any questions so far of what I've done? Anybody? No? Okay. Hit OK. Bottom's got to be chamfered. 0.03, I think it says. All right, 0.03 over there. 45 is the default as long as you have that top one selected. Then we got to put this in here, the hex head. 5/32 across the flats and 0.111 deep. All right, so I'm going to start a sketch on the top. I'm going to go to the polygon, which is underneath the rectangle. It's going to be 6-sided. It's the default here. I kind of want it to be horizontal. All right, hit done. I'm going to dimension it. It said 5/30 seconds, I believe. So that's 5/32. Okay, that's across the flats. One thing here is I would like that to be horizontal, one side of it. So actually, what you can do, this constraint, guys, this is something that we don't do often, but it's useful. Pay attention, guys, for a second. Hello, Earth to everybody. If you want to make something, you want to make sure it's flat. Like I laid down this polygon, and I want to make sure it's flat in here. I'm going to apply a horizontal constraint. So if something's a little crooked, I can say, okay, I want this side to be flat. And I should rotate it so now this hexagon is in my, it doesn't really matter, right? Because it's spherically symmetric, the rest of the part, but I want it to be flat reference to these axes, right? So that's what I did. I clicked horizontal constraint and then clicked the bottom and made it flat. So now finish sketch. I'll extrude that inside part, 0.111. You gotta make sure it's a cut, but I gotta send it in the other way, otherwise I get an error. And there we go. Now, the final thing is to tap this, to thread this. Tap is when you make a hole in something, you tap it. Thread is right here. Thread creates threads on a bolt. So you hit thread, it's your face. All right, full length, specification you hit. It's 1/4 by 20 is kind of the default. I'm right-handed, right? So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Hit apply. And it puts it. But it doesn't 3D model it. It just makes it so when you make the mechanical drawing, it'll notify the machinist to thread. All right, and that's it.